Yes, hi everyone. So, welcome back to Power Electronic Control of Drives online series. In the previous class, yes, we started single phase semi converter or single phase half controlled converter fed DC separately excited motor or shunt motor drive. Okay, so today let us we continue the same topic, and if possible, we'll finish the topic and we'll see some problems also. Okay. Yeah, so where we stop in the sense we got the expressions or we got the information to draw the graphs. Yes, so what is the information? The first one is what is output voltage VA and output current IA, freewheeling diode current IDF. So over the period alpha to pi, next to pi to pi plus alpha, next to pi plus alpha to 2 pi, and 2 pi plus alpha to 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha. Okay, now we know what are the values, how it can be changes. Yes, what is Va from alpha to pi? It is VLN. This will be VLN. And from pi to pi plus alpha, it is 0. That will be 0 because freewheeling diode is operating. So hence output voltage VA is equal to voltage across a freewheeling diode. As freewheeling diode is short circuit, therefore the voltage across short circuit is 0. From pi plus alpha to 2 pi, it is minus VLN. Yes, VLN is negative. Minus VLN in the sense it is mirror image of input voltage, positive. From 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha, it is again 0. Then what about IA? Increased from 0 to maximum. Then what about pi to pi plus alpha? Decreased from maximum to 0. Next, from pi plus alpha to 2 pi, that's here also increased from maximum to, from 0 to maximum. Again from 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha, it is decreased from maximum to 0. And similarly, what about IDF? IDF also, the freewheeling diode conduct only when inductor discharges its energy, or you can also say when energy storing element is discharging its energy, at that time only the freewheeling diode will be in the on state. So hence, so here this will be 0, and here this will be decreased from maximum to 0, and here also this will be 0 and it is decreased from maximum to 0. Yes, okay. So now based on this information, so let us we draw the graphs for this. Yeah, first let me take the input voltage as reference. This is omega t. Let me assume input voltage is VLN 0 pi 2 pi. So all of you draw these waveforms. And here this will be where we apply the gate signals IG1, IG2. Okay, next this will be omega t, that is output voltage VA, and similarly is omega t, and it is output current IA, and last is omega t, where this is IDF. Yes, IDF. Yes, the first one is, this is pi, let me assume this is alpha, pi plus alpha, like this. Okay, so now where we are giving the gate signals, gate pulses are given at alpha for SCR1. Let me assume this is IZ1 at pi plus alpha, SCR2, that is IG2. IG2. Then what about VA? VA is from alpha to pi, the output voltage VA is equal to VLN. Yes. Yes, VA. This will be same as input voltage. But from pi to pi plus alpha, it is 0. Okay. Again from pi plus alpha to 2 pi, it will be mirror image of input voltage, which will be like this. Again from 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha, it is 0, like this. Okay, so then what is that is armature current? From alpha to pi, it is increases. From pi to pi plus alpha, it is decreases. Again from pi plus alpha to 2 pi, it is increases. 2 pi to 2 pi plus alpha, it is decreases, like this. Okay, so then IDF. So IDF, where IDF is there? IDF is present only at while in energy storing elements are discharging its energy. So that means current is like this. Again, I hope you got idea about this waveform. So how I draw. Okay, draw chesara. We'll go to the next one. Yes, now let us we derive the expression for output voltage, that is average output voltage. So here the time period is this one, time period, which is equal to pi. That's over the pi. So the output voltage is there from alpha to pi only, which is equal to input voltage. Therefore here I can write the expression as V naught average is equal to 1 by t integral 0 to t V naught of omega t d of omega t, d of omega. So here 1 by t in the sense 1 by pi, but over the pi where we have the output voltage, that is from alpha to pi. Now what is output voltage, which is equal to input voltage? That is Vm sin omega t d of omega t. Then what is integration of Vm sin omega t? This is minus Vm by pi cos omega t at limits alpha to pi. Alpha to pi. Okay. Yes. Is it over? Yeah, that is V naught average minus Vm by pi cos pi minus cos alpha. Yes, we can also write this as Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha, because cos pi is minus 1. Cos pi is minus 1. Minus into minus plus. And here also minus cos alpha into minus plus cos alpha. Vm by pi into 1 plus cos. Yes, you can observe that this equation, which is very similar to the average output voltage equation of half control converter, so with fully control converter with resistive load, fully control converter with resistive load. Okay, so now let us we go to the speed torque characteristics. Speed torque characteristics. Yeah, the first one is, what is equation for speed? Omega is equal to Va by Ka pi, yes, minus tau Ra by Ka pi whole square into tau. Okay, so already we derived this expression in the previous classes, so therefore I have taken this equation directly. So hence here, what is maximum speed? When torque is equal to 0, we have the maximum speed, omega max. Yes, what is omega max? Va by Ka pi. Okay, so now here let me write the expression for Va. Let me write Va in omega max equation. Hence, maximum speed of the motor is given by Vm by pi Ka pi 1 plus cos alpha. Yes, now we can change the characteristics as the maximum speed is changes. So how it is happen in the sense, it is happen so by changing the value of firing angle alpha. Yes, by changing the value of firing angle alpha. Suppose for example, when alpha is equal to 0, then what is the equation? To Vm by pi into Ka pi. When alpha is equal to 90 degrees, then it is Vm by pi into Ka pi. When alpha is equal to 180 degrees, then it is 0. So that is, when alpha is equal to 0, omega max is equal to 2 Vm by pi Ka pi. Pi Ka pi. And similarly, when alpha is equal to 90 degrees, then omega max is equal to, yes, Vm by pi Ka pi. Pi Ka pi. And when alpha is equal to 180 degrees, then omega max is equal to 0. Hence what we can say, as firing angle alpha is increased, then characteristics will move towards the horizon. Towards the horizon. Or we can also say characteristics will move towards the x-axis. And maximum point, maximum speed point, so will move towards the horizon. Just write on this point as important. When firing angle alpha is increased, when the firing angle alpha is increased, then torque speed characteristics of separately excited DC motor, separately excited DC motor or DC shunt motor, DC shunt motor moves towards x-axis. Towards x-axis. Yeah, this is for single phase half controlled or semi converter fed DC separately excited motor and DC shunt motor. Suppose if I have the series motor, then what happen? Yes, just keep sliding. Single phase half controlled converter controlled converter fed DC series motor drive. Yeah, this is last topic in the second unit. DC series motor drive. Okay, so here also, so first let us we draw the circuit. Let us we draw the circuit. It is LN and supply voltage is VLN, where VLN is equal to Vm sine omega t. Okay, and this will be freewheeling diode, and it is connected to DC series motor. Series field is there, and here it is armature. V, yes, so here it is S1, S2, A, and motor. This is IA is equal to IL, and this is equal to ISE. Okay, draw the circuit diagram first. Let's make it fast. Yes, here also operation of the circuit is same. Operation of the circuit is same. So therefore here also you get the equation for VA is equal to Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha. Yes, still this equation you can write the same as we discussed in the earlier. Okay, so what next in the sense? So directly we go to the speed torque characteristics. Speed torque speed characteristics. Yeah, so here we know that tau is equal to KAF into IA square, where KF is already we had the expressions in the earlier classes, previous class, Ka into Kf. K into Kf. Yes. Then next one is, what is omega? That is Eb. V is equal to Va is equal to Eb. That means Ka F into Ia plus KRES into omega here also omega is there. Yes, plus Ia into Ra. So hence you can write this equation as Ia is equal to Va minus KRES into omega divided by S KAF into omega plus Ra. Yes, Ra. So here you need to substitute the value for Va. So hence Ia is equal to, yes, Va in the sense Vm by pi into 1 plus cos alpha minus KRES into omega by KAF into omega plus Ra. This is equation of I. Then what about torque equation? Tau is equal to KAF into Ia square. So hence you can write the torque equation as where torque tau is given by KAF into Ia square. Okay, so here also when omega is equal to 0, then we have the maximum torque, tau max. So hence what is tau max equation? KAF into Vm by pi 1 plus cos alpha R whole square. Okay, so from this, so here when alpha is increased, when alpha is equal to 0, then it is 2 Vm by pi R whole square into KAF, that is maximum torque. And when alpha is equal to 90 degrees, then Vm by pi R whole square into KAF. And when alpha is equal to 180, then maximum torque is 0. Maximum torque is 0. And here you can observe that there is no possibility to run the motor in reverse direction when it is operated with, when it is operated with semi converter or half controlled converter. There is no possibility to run the motor in the reverse direction. Okay. Yes, for separately excited motor, what about the characteristics? Or shunt motor, speed, torque characteristics are like this. Then for series motor, it may be like this. Okay. So this is about the theory part in the second unit. Okay, so now let us solve some problems. Yes, let's we solve some problem. Yes, write down the problem. So all of you keep calculator with you. Yeah, write down the problem. Yeah, a separately excited DC motor is separately excited DC motor is running at 800 rpm. Is running at 800 rpm, driving a load driving a load driving a load whose torque is constant. Whose torque is constant. Yeah, whose torque is constant. Motor armature current is 500 amperes. The armature resistance drop and rotational losses are negligible. The armature resistance drop and rotational losses armature resistance drop and rotational losses are negligible. Magnetic circuit can be assumed to be linear. Magnetic circuit can be assumed to be linear. Yes, to be linear. Let's calculate the motor speed and armature current. Calculate motor speed and armature current. Yes, if terminal voltage is reduced to 50% and field current is reduced to 80%. And field current is reduced to 80%. 80%. Yes, now how you solve this problem? Yes, what he has given, the motor is there. The type of motor is separately excited DC motor and it is running at 800 rpm driving a load whose torque is constant. The torque is constant. Okay, torque is constant. That means we know that the torque is directly proportional to product of armature current and flux. Armature current and flux. Yes, why it is required to take the flux? Because here you should remember that The field current is directly proportional to flux as it is separately excited motor. Separately excited DC motor, field current is directly proportional to flux. Okay, so hence we will get the value of field current. Yes. Then armature current is given, which is 500 amperes. The IaRa and rotational losses are negligible. The magnetic circuit can be assumed to be linear. Okay, so then calculate the speed and armature current if terminal voltage is reduced to 50% and IF is reduced to 80%. Yes, first what you should do in the sense, so as he said, IaRa, that is resistive drop, armature resistive drop is negligible. So immediately write the equation for terminal voltage as V is equal to EB. Yeah, that is the first one is write the equation for EB, that is EB is equal to VA. And we know that what is EB? This is equal to N1 pi 1, some constant K, K into N pi. Okay. If it is EB1, then it is N1 pi 1 into K, and EB2 N2 pi 2 into K. So hence we can write equation as EB1 by EB2 is equal to N1 pi 1 by N2 pi 2. N1 pi 1 by N2 pi 2. So here you need to find out the value of N2. N2 you need to find. So then you can write the equation for N2. That is N2 is equal to, yes, what is N2? N1 into, yes, EB2 by EB1, EB1 and pi 1 by pi 2. Okay, pi 1 by pi 2. So now what is this value? Yes, what is this value? Yes, he has given that the speed and armature current, if terminal voltage is reduced to 50%, that means terminal voltage is equal to back EMF only. So hence I can write N1 into terminal voltage reduced to 50%, that is 0.5 EB1 by EB1, and field current is reduced to 80%, that is pi 1 by 0.8 pi 1. Okay, so hence what is N2? 2 is equal to N1 in the sense he has given initial motor speed is 800 into 0.5 by 0.8. Now calculate how much this value. It is around 500 RPM. 500 RPM. If it is 500 RPM, then what about armature current? Yes, we know that the torque is proportional to product of armature current and flux. Yes, we found one. The second one is torque is proportional to pi into Ia. Torque is proportional to pi Ia, and we can also write tau 1 by tau 2 is equal to pi 1 I1 by pi 2 Ia2. Yes, Ia1 Ia2. That's where we know that pi 1 and pi 2. So here torque tau 1 is equal to tau 2, because he states that the torque is constant, load torque is constant. Hence we can write Ia2 is equal to, thus Ia2 is equal to Ia1 into pi 1 by pi 2. Yeah, this is 500 into pi 1 by 0.8 into pi 1. Therefore, how much this value? It is around 625 amperes. 625 amperes. So this is how we have the armature current and speed when terminal voltage is reduced to 50% and field current is reduced to 80%. Okay, yes. So let me stop here. Next class we will solve some more problems. Yes, all of you are doing good. Be brave and stay home, stay safe. Yes, don't be pandemic. I hope all your family members are safe. Yes, I pray God to do all these things. Yes, thank you for giving me this opportunity.